Hey everyone, happy Free Friday. We do have giveaways going on. We appreciate the Futures Desk supporting us to give two $200 credits. So two winners are going to get $200 to use on accounts with the Futures Desk. So that's pretty awesome. Um, so definitely submit your entry per the instructions in the post, and let's get at it. So, recap of January 8th. RTH was atrocious, and so was overnight. The only really good move was at open, which invalidated our long setup here because we had some NVIDIA news on China. So it just overshot this, like going nowhere, essentially just above 620.50. And yeah, and then this initial drop, and this is terrible. Yeah, support got established on the Wave 7 daily. You can push up, but in my opinion, it was atrocious. Um, but tomorrow, I'm very bullish. I mean, after having established this support on the Wave 7 daily vector and this push up in the end of the day, I expect a little pullback and then this to just push, push, push. We have news tomorrow morning, a bunch of news catalysts, so we get a nice move into Friday open state, median range, and then extended targets up to 26,000 essentially to 26,060 on NQ. Like that a ton. On ES, pulling back to 60 to 50. I know it's a 10-point window, but just paying attention to any like weird behavior. And then we have four open states plus with the median range. Above 70.32, this can go really nuts and go another 20, almost 25 points up to wall long. This would be the weekly Ivy wall zone on the top side. So things could get really opposing to strong reversals or meaningful reversals at that point. Invalidation ultimately is a move again towards this Wave 7 daily vector, which was tested very significantly multiple times today on both NQ and ES, but that would be my invalidation for this long to play out and us to go flip towards a weekly PML, which we see very often happens after significant tests to the floor ceiling on the weekly, here on NQ and then here on ES. If we don't retest it, then we go to the opposite, the weekly PMO. On some amazing occasions, we get the other cap, but I do not expect that for tomorrow. This Wave 7 daily vector, and then at that point, yeah, we would be quote unquote later in the short trend, but it would be still a very good move down to the weekly apex and weekly PML. Essentially, that's 614. And on ES, it would be 6,900 for a psychological level. Looking at gold, similar situation. I am bullish. We had this huge push from 3 p.m. Eastern, but I'm expecting this to start turning around here for a pullback into a long setup, either at 44.61 through 57, but I'm keeping this on watch 44.51 for the deepest pullback, because if not, the bear scenario is kicking in into Friday imprint target, Friday imprint target here 44.36 down to the Wave 7 daily vector. For that long setup to start getting invalidated, I would expect this to start drifting above this turnaround box here. There's some imprints on multiple time frames and waves that would have indicated there to start a pullback, but if this is having an outlier grind towards that 45.17, there's so many targets here from 15 to 24. I would expect this to start chopping here and even grind slowly upwards tomorrow. There's targets of 45, 30, 35 on GLD converted, which would close only during RTH. So I expect that to just push up, especially with the news catalyst pushing this up. The parabolic move would be to 45.60. So, yeah, that's it. NQES and gold. There's other charts as well. Exercise risk management. You can size down and still get an awesome reward because there's big moves coming. All right. Take care. Don't forget the giveaway. Appreciate all your support.